before, kan? Hi. How's your day so far? Hi Ahmad. Ahmad, teacher pernah nampak you before, kan? Teacher pernah, I believe I have seen you before. Jom teacher punya alarm for the class. I believe I've seen it before. Siapa yang tengah tidur sambil connecting to audio tu? Siapa tu? Kan? Hi Alicia. Hi Fatiha. Hi Dia Iman. Siapa lagi? Who else do we have in here? We have Dia Damia. Are you guys twins? No, different last name. So it's different. We have Inara. What a beautiful name. We have Nuril. We have Dina, Farah Batrisha, and many others. So that's lovely. I'm doing very good, Alhamdulillah. As you guys can see, we're so excited that Hari Raya is approaching. Okay, without further ado, let's get to know one another and let's take this opportunity to talk about many things in order for us to get to know one another. Okay, I believe I've never seen some of you before. Therefore, I will begin the lesson by introducing myself. My name is Miss Mariam Khan, and I'll be teaching you for the first time. Yes, for the first time in forever. Why? Because I believe I've seen you before. Yes, I saw some familiar faces in here. So again, you can call me Teacher Mariam, or you can call me Miss Mariam. Anything that makes you feel comfortable. Okay, I don't bite. I certainly don't bite, but I will bite you if you don't switch on your camera. I'm kidding. I won't do that. Okay. Now, or maybe I'm not kidding, or maybe I'm kidding. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I am. Okay. It depends. You have to stay until the end of our lesson, which is until 1:30 p.m. in order for you to find out whether Teacher Mariam bites or not. Now, when you talk about learning your English language, it is really fun. Therefore, we are going to be doing so many fun things today, which is not just going to be fun, but it's going to be something yang you bawa balik. So, before, memanglah you dari kat rumah kan ada yang Gina macam teacher bawa balik. Saya memang kat rumah teacher. Nak bawa balik pergi mana? Okay, mungkin bawa balik pergi dapur lah kot kan. Okay, by bawa balik, I mean I want you to terapkan. Okay, Fatra Batrisha. Teacher macam pernah nampak je, tapi di mana? Where have I seen you before? Comel je dia punya gambar kat belakang tu. Siapa tu? Adakah itu Blackpink? Is it Blackpink? Wow. Tu Blackpink dalam dia punya video ice cream kan? Yang ice cream yang cartoon version tu. I think I've seen it before. Okay, so ramai K-pop fan kat dalam ni. Dia peminat BTS. So I want to get to know you first. Let's take the first 5 minutes in order to talk about it. Okay, so kita ada soalan yang pertama dalam ni. Ada yang tanya soalan yang berdasarkan your lesson, tapi teacher akan cakap lepas ni. Okay, now I'm just going to get to know you more. So before we start, if you find ada internet connection problem, please feel free to exit and then masuk balik. Jangan exit, pergi dapur minum air. Jangan macam tu Jangan exit. Kalau keluar, masuk balik. Okay, kalau keluar masuk balik, kalau teacher ada internet connection problem, dekat teacher punya gambar tu, dia akan tunjuk warna merah. My line will turn red. I believe some of the Plusians yang pernah join sebelum ni, tak kisahlah kelas teacher ke, kelas siapa you pernah nampak line cikgu jadi merah, so jadi start jadi lag. Macam tu kalau you faham lah tu ada problem then you can inform me and groupers will help us out. So we also have another thing that I want to share with you. I would be speaking in just English. I understand that you might be thinking, oh lah teacher, Alia mesti fikir, teacher, this is an English class. But why aren't you speaking 100% in English? Okay, now I would love to speak 100% in English, but The reason is because I do not want to make you feel that it's too heavy. Kita kena mix it up. Kan? Macam makan nasi, ada berlauk-lauk tak nak cakap pasal nasi. Nanti ada yang macam marah teacher cakap pasal nasi. Orang tengah puasa ni. Baru pukul 12.30 teacher. Habis kelas pun 1.30. Berapa jam lagi nak buka kan? Tak apa, 2 hari je. Okay? To my Muslim students, don't worry. Okay now. And let's go back to the language. Kita akan gunakan bahasa Malaysia campur dengan English. The reason is very simple. I want you guys to be able to understand using our native language. Because we're learning English as a second language and it's very important for us to learn both languages. And in order for you to be more comfortable dengan English, you can associate ataupun kena gabungkan dengan bahasa kebangsaan in order for you to understand clearly. Okay, kalau ada perkataan yang you are not sure of and you send me in the chat, kalau teacher tak perasan, please feel free to let me know. Cakap teacher, saya tak dapat lagi jawapan saya. I will try my level best to help you out. Tapi kalau teacher tak sempat nak jawab, jangan marah. Okay? Jangan marah. Try to reach me out. Try to ask the question over and over again. So are you guys ready, guys? If you guys are ready, a very good afternoon. I wanted to say morning. Vibe masih rasa macam pagi lagi ya. A very good afternoon and Assalamualaikum to each and every one of you. And I would like to also say welcome on board. Now, as you guys can see, the room is very, very welcoming. Don't you think so? Yeah, the fairy lights. We have ketupat lights. Look at these ketupat lights over here. Isn't it beautiful? I'm so excited to see the vibe in here. You're so ready for Hari Raya. I'm pretty sure you are very ready too. Before we start, let's talk about your baju raya. What it's going to be like? Are you going to be wearing baju kurung, or are you going to be wearing baju kebaya? I'm actually wearing baju kebaya. If you want to know how baju kebaya looks like, it has a very sharp drape in front of you, and the ones it depends. Sometimes it can be a long line, sometimes it can be a short line. And ada yang cakap I'm wearing gold, ada yang cakap I'm wearing white. I'm wearing green, guys. I'm wearing cyan. Wow, that's beautiful. I'm wearing blue, navy blue. So what else? Alia Zalifa, what are you wearing for Hari Raya? Putri is wearing purple. Darlina is wearing. What is Darlina wearing? Tadi nampak light blue. Alia is wearing cream and pink and green and green and gray and peach and red and all the colors in the world that will make us happy. Okay, isn't it lovely that we are all looking forward towards our Hari Raya? I'm also looking forward to it. But then the question here is, before I talk about our question today, I want you to talk about a little something that is related to our Kueh Raya. So we have 2 biscuits here. Siapa yang dah download notes, you dah tahulah apa topik kita hari ni. So we have Biscuit, Idiom, London, and we also have Kueh Sarang Essay. Now, you dah tahu apa yang kita nak buat kan? Sebab you tengok nota. Tapi ni kuih apa? Ini sebenarnya kuih Almond London. Betul. Okay, ini adalah kuih Almond London. Dan apa ni kuih sarang ni? Kuih sarang semut, which is my favorite. Okay, kuih sarang semut. Okay, now kenapa nama dia sarang semut? Sebab dia bulat-bulat. Kadang-kadang sarang hair pun boleh juga. Okay, kadang-kadang dia ada bulat-bulat yang kita rasa macam, have you heard of the thing that they call as trypophobia? Dia bulat, banyak-banyak bulat. Orang ada fobia tengok banyak-banyak bulat. Kan? Teacher ada benda tu. Teacher ada trypophobia, tapi teacher suka tengok lagi-lagi gambar kawan teacher. Love sending me all those photos yang tangan dia ada bulat-bulat. I have trypophobia. Yes, Fatrah, me too. Takut kan tengok. Tapi dia takut tapi rasa nak picit. Siapa macam tu? Dia fobia tak nak tengok tapi rasa nak picit. Tu teacher lah tu. Kan rasa geram kan? Teacher geli tengok tapi geram. Apalah kan? I'm like that too. Okay guys, without further ado, jom kita tengok nota kita, apa yang kita akan buat hari ini. Teacher, saya nak tanya dengan teacher sekarang ni. Daripada tadi saya tak dapat nak tanya kan. Sekarang saya, daripada tadi saya tak dapat nak jawab. Jadi saya jawab soalan awak sekarang lah. Ada yang tanya, teacher, kita punya language, English language ni, kita ikut bahasa apa? Kita ikut American ke British? Kita ikut British. Kalau British originated from England, of course kan. Kita ikut UK. Nah, tetapi teacher nak bagi satu benda. Saya nak bagi satu benda. Kalau dalam exam, you gunakan kedua-duanya sekali mengikut format yang baru according to the latest format of your PT3 ke, SPM ke, kan, UPSR ke. All this, they have started long time ago, not so long, a couple of years ago, yang dia boleh gunakan kedua-dua sekali. Zaman teacher, ya, memang kena pakai British English sahaja. Itu zaman teacher. Tapi zaman you guys, dah boleh dah. Abang kata Fatina, UPSR dalam kenangan. UPSR tak ada dah. Okay, I want to say something about that. Walaupun UPSR dah tak ada, that doesn't mean kita tak perlu risau. Kita kena still fokus because nanti nak masuk form 1, kan, nak masuk form 1, you are going to need all of it. Okay, you're going to need all of it. Now, when you talk about in terms of your essay, boleh ke guna American English? Macam American English ni apa benda teacher ni? Sebab teacher bagi tahu sebab ada kawan yang tanya. Kita buat sekejap. Contoh ejaan the word color. Okay, the word color you spell as C-O-L-O-R. Boleh ke buat C-O-L-O-U-R? Memanglah actual spelling dia C-O-L-O-U-R. That is British. Tapi kalau American, dia tak ada U. C-O-L-O-R. Jadi macam mana? Boleh gunakan kedua-duanya sekali. No problem. Okay? My Apple Pencil, I lupa nak charge. Tapi jangan risau. My Apple Pencil, dia cepat sikit. Dia punya apa? Dia cepat dia punya charging. Semalam-malam tadi dia lupa nak charge. Sampai lupa. Okay, tak apa. Jangan risau. Now, let's take a look at this. Hi Mogil, how are you? Comel je. Janganlah malu. Guys, don't be shy, okay? There's no such thing as shyness in Miss Mariam's class. Okay? Don't be shy. Feel free to ask me anything that you want to ask me. But don't ask me my age lah. Come on lah, guys. Tengok kedut dekat muka ni pun dah tahu dah. Dah tua, dah tak payah tanya. Malu. Malu nak jawab. Tak nak lah. Kalau you 12, ada yang 11, ada yang 12 dalam ni kan? Teacher 18. I'm 18. Okay, I'm 18. I'm not shy. I'm telling you my age now. I'm 18. Ada tanya, Miss dah berpunya ke? Alah, janganlah tanya korang ni. Tanya soalan English lah, guys. Ask me English question. Saya form 3 terselit dekat sini. Tak apa, boleh je. Sebab ini level kita nak buat hari ni. Okay? Today's level is going to be honestly, teacher ajar you basic writing. Bukan sahaja for your UPSR. For your UPSR. Can we still use the term UPSR? I still want to use it. Can we? Just use lah. Okay, we use term UPSR. We still have it. Teacher umur 18. Jadi kita guna term UPSR. Okay, now, let's move on. Let's take a look at what do we have in here. Guys, I know these pictures will not do us justice right now with the amount of food that is here on table. Okay, that is here on the table. Okay, later we're going to identify each picture together. Now, what are we? Sorry, tebuk lah. Bukan ber sebab makan, ber sebab angin. Jangan, ingat. Lain tak. Okay, dah. Teacher, kalau saya nak tanya menggunakan voice, boleh ke? Boleh, sayang. Sekejap lagi teacher akan buat sesi yang teacher akan pilih some of you untuk bercakap. Okay? Kejap lagi teacher kena minta ada orang tolong bercakap. Maybe dalam 5 of you, I'll pick for you to speak. Okay? Now, before we talk about it, before we get someone to speak lah kan, I would like to also discuss one thing. Okay? What we are doing today. Of course, you can volunteer. Of course, Mugil, you're the first one on my list. Okay? Mugil will be the first one because she's the first one who volunteered. Okay, now. Remind me later, okay? And then Amira pun tidak lagi juga. Siapa yang nak bercakap, semua boleh bercakap. Towards the end, ataupun along the lesson, kita akan ada. So, I'm going to pick 5. So, kalau teacher tak pick, jangan merajuk. Okay? Okay, so everyone can talk. Brooklyn can talk too. Don't worry about it. Okay, now, without further ado, let's take a look at this picture. Now, this is based on your picture essay. First thing yang kita akan buat hari ini adalah essay berdasarkan gambar. Tapi gambar ni satu hari dia akan menjadi imajinasi. One day your picture is going to end up as an imagination. Why? Because until today I'm teaching PT3 and also SPM. Until hari ni teacher suruh diorang imagine gambar dalam kepala. Walaupun gambar tak ada, even though you don't have the pictures in front of you, you still have to imagine. Jadi jangan takut. Nanti when you are going to another level, you takkan ada gambar, you are not going to be, you do not have to be worried about it. Okay? Because you have your imagination. Your imagination is stronger and tougher than anything in this whole wide world. It's strong. Your imagination is everything. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the first picture, second picture, third picture, and the fourth picture. These are the pictures that is related to our festivities. Before we proceed, I would like to ask, you can share, everyone can share in the chat, what types and how many festivities do we have in Malaysia? Maybe do not have to put in how many. Maybe you can just simply type, apa festivity yang you celebrate? What is the festivity yang you celebrate in your life? You have celebrated or you have been celebrating? Everything. That's lovely. So some of us, we celebrate Christmas. Some of us, we celebrate Chinese New Year. Some of us, we celebrate Deepavali. Some of us, we celebrate Pesta Gawai. Some of us celebrate Vaisakhi. Some of us celebrate Hari Raya, Aidilfitri. Some of us even do celebrate other types of celebration, okay, that maybe I haven't mentioned, but you feel free to mention kalau teacher tak mention lagi yours, okay. As for today, we are focusing more on Hari Raya is because of the theme itself, okay, since we are all very ready for Hari Raya. What type of Hari Raya is it? We're focusing on Hari Raya Aidilfitri, and in English we call it as Idul Fitri. Tapi boleh tak teacher kalau nak cakap Hari Raya Aidilfitri? Boleh ke? Boleh. Tak menjadi masalah. Because it is something that is widely known. Tapi you kena jadikan dia sebagai huruf besar. Sebab dia akan jadi kata nama yang proper. Iaitu kita panggil nama kata nama khas. KNK, kata nama khas. Okay? Nah, itu yang kita akan buat hari ini. Jadi kita akan belajar apa benda yang dalam ni yang boleh menjadikan our essay strong. That is what we want to do today. Very simple. Of course, I'm going to share with you all the descriptive tools yang ada yang akan baca dia lagi. Okay? And I'm going to share with you some sounds of nature that you can associate in your experience. And we are also going to move on with bonus vocabulary that will help you for your writing. Last but not least, I've prepared enjoyment idioms for you to understand. Okay? Idioms. Sounds familiar? Okay. When you talk about idioms, when it relates to enjoyment, kita panggil dia perumpamaan. Peribahasa adalah proverbs. Idioms adalah perumpamaan. When you talk about enjoyment idioms adalah maksudnya apabila you happy, apabila you sedang enjoy festivities, hari raya gembira, you're happy, that is when you use your enjoyment idiom. Okay? Now, itu yang kita akan buat hari ni. Banyaknya benda yang you kena baca ni. Siapalah agak-agaknya nak jadi the first one to volunteer untuk bagi tahu dekat teacher apa yang you nampak kat gambar pertama ni. Are you guys ready? Semua orang cakap, Mogil, Mogil, Mogil. Everyone dah macam, Mogil. Okay, now let's do this. We're going to start with Mugil as the first one. And lepas ni, of course, we're going to have more of you in here, okay? Now I'm going to unmute.
Hi.
Hi, Dia. Kuatkan sikit. I'm going to put it louder, increase the volume. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
So, do I pronounce your name correctly?
What? I cannot hear you. Sorry.
Did I pronounce your name correctly, dear?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, thank God. Thank you so much for volunteering. I'm so excited to have you in here to speak on behalf of everyone. Can you share with us a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? Who do you go to?
From Simpang Ampat.
Okay.
I'm in Simpang Ampat right now. And
Don't be shy. Don't worry.
I love English.
Sorry?
I love English.
I can't hear you.
I love English. I use it every day. It's like one of my main language.
That's lovely. I love English too. So we already have one thing in common here. That's really nice. Okay, Mogil, I want you to do all of us a favor. You're actually helping all of us now to tell what can you see in this picture.
See, some families going back to their hometowns.
Very good. Do they look like they are having fun?
Yes, they're having a lot of fun.
They look like they're having a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Mogil. Give a round of applause to Mogil, everybody. Thank you so much, Mogil. We really, really appreciate it. We hope to hear from you soon. Okay?
Okay.
Take a good care of yourself.
Okay, bye.
Too. Okay. Thank you so much to our dearest. Tadi teacher lupa nak bagi tahu teacher asal daripada mana. I kept on asking people, where you from, where you from, where you from. Tapi teacher tak bagi tahu where I'm from. Dia tanya teacher datang daripada mana. Okay. Teacher orang Selangor. Dah kerja. I'm from Selangor. It was great. Okay, whatever Mogil just said, it was perfect. Okay. There are people going back to their hometown. Some are in buses, some are in their private vehicle or cars. Okay. And you can see that there's this cute little cat over here. They're bringing the cat back to the hometown because the cat wants to celebrate Raya too. All right. Now, have they reached their hometown? Yes, they have. Okay. In your examination, of course, you takkan dapat gambar yang berwarna. But imagine ada color. Then I want you to imagine ada color. Now, let's take a look at the second image. Who would like to give it a shot? Amira. Okay, let's have Amira. Semua orang macam, Amira. 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 Okay, let's have Amira. Hi, Amira.
Hi.
How are you?
Great.
It's great to hear you. It's great to hear your voice and to hear you speak. And I want to also ask you the same thing that I asked your friend Muriel. Where are you from and which school do you go to?
I'm from Selangor too, like you.
Lovely.
And I go to SKTTDI 2, which is situated in TTDI, Lamantun.
Wow, that's close by. It's super close by to where I live, actually. It's just one town away. That's lovely. Okay, Amira. That's correct. That's the correct pronunciation, right? Okay,
Yep.
Amira. Do I just call you Amira or anything else? Amira.
Just call me Amira.
Amira. Okay, just like my name and Mugil's name. It's Mariam, it's Mugil, so it's like one syllable short. Okay, thank you, darling. I want you to share with us. What do you think you do during Eid, and what does that have anything to do with this picture over here?
That picture shows a colorful mosque, and every first of Eid, every Muslims will go to the mosque and do their prayers.
Thank you so much. That's lovely. That is straightforwardly pleasing, and I like it. Thank you so much, Amira. And the reason why, Amira, I picked the colorful moss is to share the vibe on the first Hari Raya itself, when everybody performed their prayers on the first day of Hari Raya. The moment and the vibe that you're going to be getting. So sana Hari Raya itu adalah meriah, and that's the reason why it's also colorful. And thank you so much, Amira. Really, really appreciate your effort to speak in front of everyone. Thank you. Hope to hear from you soon again. Thank you, Amira. Okay, now. Oh, dia dah unmute. Okay, dia dah cakap, you're welcome. Thank you so much, darling. Now, we're going to have one of my boys. Okay, we're going to have Ahmad Khan. Oh, that reminds me of my surname. And then we're going to have Aryan Singh. Can we do that? Aryan tak volunteer, tapi I nak Aryan lah. Can we do that, Aryan? Can we have you to do it after Ahmad? Okay, now. We're going to have Ahmad. Hi, Ahmad.
Hi, teacher.
Waalaikumsalam. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you excited for Hari Raya?
Excited.
Wow, I can feel it. I can feel it in your voice. You're very excited for Raya. I'm very excited too. Okay, Ahmad, where are you from? And which school do you go to?
I'm from Kedah. And I'm school in SKHD, Sekolah Kebangsaan Haji Hussein II.
You're studying in Sekolah Kebangsaan Haji Hussein II. Are you in year 5 or year 6?
Year 5.
Year 5. That's lovely. I think I've seen you before. Ahmad, pernah tak teacher nampak you before? Pernah kan? Yes, I remember you. Okay, Ahmad, thank you very much for your participation. Jom kita tengok apa yang dalam gambar ni diorang buat. You can tell me whatever you feel like telling me, okay? You may begin whenever you're ready. What do you see in this picture here?
A lot of kids collecting money
They're collecting money. What is that money for?
for buying ice cream.
For them to buy ice creams, because during Hari Raya, after you have a long day with your family, you get your Hari Raya money, your green packets, you quickly go to the shop in front of your house and buy ice cream. We will all do that. I would do that too. I would buy candies, I would buy sweets, ice cream, and have a lot of fun. Because it's Hari Raya, we can eat sweet candies, and our mom won't ask us too many questions. Why are you eating all these candies? And you can say, Mama, it's Hari Raya. This is where we eat Kueh Raya and all this sweetness. Okay? And what else do you see? Is this uncle dressed nicely?
That uncle maybe is their neighbor.
It can be their neighbor. Very good. The uncle is very happy to give the money. And look at this boy over here. He's jumping. Why do you think he's jumping?
Because he get a lot of money.
He gets a lot of money. He get like a big stack over there. And this boy over here is getting 1 shilling only. Okay. Thank you very much, Ahmad. I am so
Thank
happy
you.
to hear your voice. Thank you for your volunteer. For volunteering, we all appreciate that, and it's nice getting to know you, Ahmad. I hope to see you again. Okay, take care. Selamat Hari Raya.
Bye. Thank you, teacher.
You're most welcome. Okay, now we have heard from Ahmad. Now we are going to move on to one last person that's going to share with all of us. Okay, what is it? So who's the next person that would like to do this? Okay, I'm going to pick the first one who said, me. Siapa yang semangat? Irene Adriana Nizam. Okay, we're going to go with Irene or Erin though, teacher? Is it Erin? I think it's Erin. With the spelling in English, it's Erin. I'm going to try.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, darling. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, Erin.
It's Erin, alhamdulillah. I was so scared that I pronounced someone's name wrongly. Okay, it's nice to meet you. And I love your background.
Thank you.
So nice. It's my favorite color palette, by the way. Okay, dear. Before we begin, we'd like to get to know you. Which school do you go to?
I
And,
go to SK Bukit Jutong.
oh, that's close by. You're from Selangor, I believe.
Yes.
That's lovely. Okay, now you are the one that's going to be talking about food. Please
Yes.
pardon me for that. Okay, you're going to be talking about food, and I want you to talk about everything. I want you to explain to your friends. All of them in here would love to hear from you. So, Erin, share with them. Okay,
Okay.
detail by detail. You may start whenever you're ready. What do you see in here?
I see satay, ketupat,
Okay,
lemang, and then I see rendang, kueh bunga Cina, and
wow, nice. And what?
I see some apa tu? I actually don't know what the yellow thing is.
This one. Okay, this is
Yeah.
actually ketupat palas.
Oh,
So it's ketupat palas. This is semprit or kueh bunga. Some call it kueh bunga as well. But this is also known as semprit or dahlia. And kueh bunga, like you said. And this is, what is this?
I think that's curry or rendang.
That's it could be rendang, it could be kuah kacang gravy. And what do we have in here?
Nasi impit probably.
Nasi impit, and we have a dash of satay condiments,
Onions.
onions, cucumbers. Okay, now I want you to sum this all up and tell me what is it that you see with some adjective.
I see a lot of food on the table, and if that was on my table in 2 more days, I would probably be excited.
Yes, we're all very excited for Hari Raya. So what's what's the color of your Hari Raya outfit?
It's floral, but the main color is dark blue.
A lot of us is wearing blue this year. That's lovely. Thank you so much, Erin.
All right, thank you, Miss.
Really appreciate it. Hope to hear from you soon again. Selamat Hari Raya. Thank you, Mogil. Thank you, Amira. Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you, Erin. I just noticed that we have most of your names starts with the letter A. We have Erin, Amira, Ahmad, and Mogil. So MAAA. Okay, thank you so much, lovelies. I really appreciate it. It's like we're done here. I'm kidding. We're not done here yet. Okay, we have another half an hour to talk about many other things that will help you in order for you to boost your writing skills. Now, when you talk about writing skills, are you guys ready to do some sort of writing with me? You guys are ready? I am also very ready. Now, I'm going to show you a little something before we proceed. Now, when it comes to writing, any sort of writing in this whole wide world will require you to talk about the proper flow of writing. You kena ada jalan yang sempurna. Tak adalah sempurna sangat, nobody's perfect, but it can be done perfectly. Okay? You can be doing it perfectly imperfect. Okay? Now, how do we make it perfectly imperfect? Now, let's take a look at the details. This sound is really bothering you? Not really, ya, sikit je. Kalau it bothers you, let me know. Okay, now, let's take a look at your first rule of writing. I'm actually in the studio, guys. I noticed some of you guys are asking me, where am I? Am I at home or in the studio? I'm actually in the studio. Okay, now, when you talk about writing, the first rule of writing is planning. You need to plan. If you plan, you need to know what is your introduction. Ini sangat penting. Okay. And then you need to know your content. Which one is your content? And number 3, you need to also know your ending. Now, tak kisahlah apa jenis essay that you are writing. Today we are going to be writing, not to say we're going to be writing, we're going to be talking about writing an experience essay. Now, when you talk about writing an experience essay, ianya adalah pengalaman you sendiri. It's going to be your very own experience. What you have gone through. Essay ataupun karangan berdasarkan pengalaman. And it's going to be very easy. It's going to be very easy because you already have the picture to help you. Now, this is what I like to do. I like to place my content more than one. Okay, I like to place more than just one content. Why do I have to place more than one content? You have so many things to talk about. Okay, I want to ask everyone, berapa banyak peringgan you selalu buat dalam essay? Everyone, flood it. Pew, 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 pew. Three. Three is the most common ones. Tapi, bila you buat three, kadang-kadang ada yang terlepas. Jadi, 4. Okay, 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is good. Now, kenapa? Sebab kadang-kadang you expand your content here. Now, when you talk about your content, you kena make sure your content is highlighted appropriately. Some even do 5. It doesn't matter. Yang penting how you plan it. Okay, let's say you put just 3. Okay, let's say you just put in terms of 3. Now, in terms of 3 paragraphs, it's sufficient for the given picture. Cukup. Tapi dalam konten ni, you have to be very careful. You kena berhati-hati in order for you to just put it in 2 separate form. So, jangan risau berapa banyak perenggan in your format. But what you have to worry about is how you susun. Okay? So, you start your introduction. Macam mana kita nak start our introduction? Teacher suka guna pyramid method. Jom kita tengok this pyramid method. Ding. Okay, now, first thing first, in this pyramid, the top part, that is going to be the main part, I like you to talk about simple stuff, but I want it to be very detailed. Okay, sebab dia makin jadi kecil. And then, kita pergi ke belakang. What else do you need to do? Selain daripada jadi detail, you need to make it less detail. And then, you can make it very general. Idea yang apa maksud teacher dekat sini? Nampak tak teacher awal-awal dah draw arrow dia naik ke atas. So, maknanya the starting point is here. This is where you are going to start it. Okay, this is the common pyramid yang kita selalu nampak. Now, as it goes up, I'm going to change the name and now you'll understand better. Kita tengok. First thing first, you have the most general idea. Idea yang paling most general. And then kita ada idea yang very detailed tapi not so detailed. And then kita ada our closure. Closure kita pergi balik kepada your most general idea. Maknanya kita bagi conclusion. Okay, penutup. Dekat sini you akan buat closure. Kenapa you nak kena close it down? Because you have to make sure that this part ditutup dengan baik. Barulah essay you takkan terkeluar. Okay, now I want you to imagine in another way. Sekarang you dah faham konsep. Jom kita imagine a Tupperware. Can we imagine a Tupperware? Okay, I want you to imagine a Tupperware. Now, ini adalah the one I mentioned just now adalah apa yang you kena tahu adalah Tupperware. Saya explain dulu. So we have a Tupperware, and this Tupperware is a conical shape. Okay, maybe not a conical shape, can be a cylinder lah. Maybe we make it a cylinder. Okay, and then it has a lid. So of course the lid will protect it. Now, imagine that there is a pyramid in here, but you don't have to imagine pyramid pun tak apa. But I want you to know, in this, you have to make it the most general. And then you have to talk about the content. Okay, sorry, not content. You have to talk about it most specific. Maknanya spesifik ni maksudnya most detail. And then barulah you do your closure. Masih dalam detail. Kalau you buat 2 content. Okay, I'm going to label it for you now. This is your introduction. This is your content. And this is your ending. Clear? Now, kenapa ada pula teacher nak letak silinder pula kat sini? Kenapa? Bawa botol air pula. Macam botol air kita bawa pergi sekolah tu kan. Yang comel tu. Kenapa pula dia jadi botol air kat sini? Sebab you cannot spill it out. You tak boleh spill it out untuk benda tu lari topik. Kalau you tertumpahkan botol air you, topik you akan lari. Kenapa you tak boleh spill it out? Because your closure is the one that's going to tutup everything. Dia akan jadi glue. Okay, so remember dia sebagai sebuah botol air. Untuk pastikan essay you tersusun dengan baik. Can we do that? Okay, now I'm going to erase this. Okay, and then I'm not going to erase it. I'm going to move on to the next one. So let's go back here. That is for you to understand concept. That is for you to understand what is writing all about. And when you talk about writing, there's another thing that I want you to know. When you do your ICE, kita panggil dia sebagai ICE. Oopsie. I call it as ICE. You kena ingat forever. Anything that you do is related to ice. So you put ice in your water bottle. You have to put ice in water bottle. Kenapa you kena letakkan ice dalam water bottle? Sebab bila you masukkan ice dalam water bottle, you ada ICE. Your essay is going to be refreshing. Macam minum Ribena. Kan? Apa perisa you nak letak, you letaklah. Katakan you nak letak perisa dia Ribena. Letaklah perisa dia Ribena. Katakan you nak letak jus kan? Letak jus campur sikit dengan jus Ribena, campur sikit dengan mangga. Campur sikit, campur strawberry lah tu dia. Campur sikit. You have to make sure that it is in an appropriate manner. Now, clear? All good kan? Tapi kan teacher, saya macam confused lah teacher. Sebab ada banyak-banyak sangat perasa yang teacher cakap hari ni. Kenapa ada banyak perasa teacher? Okay, banyak-banyak perasa yang teacher tengah cakap ni adalah is going to relate with apa yang kena ada in our essay. Now, when you talk about your Ribena dekat sini, you have your most detailed and specific, your flavor lah, benda yang paling penting, benda utama. Apa yang kita panggil dalam essay? What is this in your essay? Ini adalah your topik. Ini adalah topik yang kita akan bincangkan. Kita punya content. Inilah benda yang paling penting sekali dalam. Okay, and then we also have another method. Another thing, few things that we're going to put in. Your topic and then your conclusion. And then you have your introduction. Very simple. Now, I'm going to change this into another thing yang jadi lagi detail. Tadi ingat tadi kita buat piramid tu paling basic. Kita naikkan sikit jadi botol-botol. Sekarang kita nak pergi lagi satu level. Level yang lagi satu ni adalah level yang sangat spesifik. Dan I hope after teacher dah introduce you this method, you will get it clearly. So you dah tahu dah lepas ni. Teacher dah tak ajar you pun yang you dah faham. Okay? Now, I want to move on to the next one. Yang ni you boleh screenshot. Okay, now tadi you dah ada your cake flavor, your water bottle. Now, we're going to associate this with your cake. Every single cake yang you makan, hari raya ke tak hari raya ke, I'm going to draw the cake for you. You mesti akan ada few flavors in your cake. Let's put cherry on top. Okay, let's put strawberry. We have strawberry cake today. And then you have strawberry sauce in your cake as well. Delicious version of strawberry cake. And this strawberry cake, not only it is delicious, it is also cute in terms of its decoration. Okay, and then you put some chocolate sprinkle on top. Because this is a chocolate cake. Now, on this particular chocolate cake, let's label where do you think it stands? Where do you think your essay stands? I'm going to put it in this way. Your essay is the cake. This is the cake, and this is your essay. Okay, your essay is the cake. Now, when the essay is the cake, what about all these decorations here? What are these decorations all about? Ini adalah yang cikgu you selalu bagi tahu to put icing, to ice the cake ataupun to put icing on a cake. Kalau you hantar karangan you bulat-bulat tanpa ada apa-apa, ibaratkan you bagi Dina, Dina happy birthday, nak ambil kek kosong tak ada cream. Itu ibarat dia. Happy tak Dina agak-agak? Dina tak happy ya. Tapi kalau you put it in another method, if you put it in another method, it is going to be with a cake yang ada cream, yang ada strawberry, yang ada syrup coklat. Happy tak Dina? Dia tengok, sedapnya. Bukan dia aku makan. Dina will be extremely happy because it looks yummy. Same thing with your essay. Now, why do you need to do that? Why do you need to do that? Because you need to beautify your essay. Nampak tak ada gambar dekat sini? Gambar ni cantik sangat kan? Tapi macam mana kita nak lukis semua gambar yang ada ni dan menjadikan dia sebuah essay? Selalu cikgu you cakap macam ni. Cikgu you cakap, okay, in order for you to beautify your essay, you have to add idioms. In order for you to beautify your essay, you need to add proverbs. But today, I'm going to teach you one more thing that is not just idioms, that is not just proverbs, but it is your icing on the cake. Okay? I'm going to teach you on how to ice your cake. How do we do that? Now, let's start with the first one. When you talk about the first picture, tadi your friend dah describe dah semua benda. But how are we going to describe it much more detailed? Now, every single exam, you are going to be getting this type of image. And you akan dapat the words sekali. Okay, you akan dapat words. So the first word here, Ramadan over, grandparents celebrate festive, Idul Fitri, Umtah. Number 2, early morning, perform prayers, mosque, family. Number 3, ask forgiveness, receive green packets, help, snacks. Number 4, lunch, family prepared, rendang, memorable, delightful. All your journey is in there. But how do you say it in detail? Now, today we have a very special descriptive tools that I want you to put detail. Okay? Now, let's take a look at the next one. Idul Fitri is a very important Islamic celebration. You're telling people that this is your favorite. You're not just saying that Idul Fitri is celebrated by the Muslim, but you're being close to it. Okay? And then you can say that it's my favorite time of the year, and it happens at the end of Ramadan. Okay, this is very common. This is commonly used. And people dress in their best clothes and put lights and decorations on their home, just like whatever we have here. Okay? And many streets have fairs with music, dancing, fireworks, and kids' games. So when you talk about that, many streets have many things. So are we getting specific now? You rasa kita dah makin masuk ke arah yang detail? Makin masuk ke arah detail lah. So kita makin detail. Children don't get presents, but they do get money. Stroll around the endless paddy field and list goes on. Ini adalah perkataan-perkataan yang bukan berdasarkan menjadi sebuah esei. Dia bukan akan menjadi sebuah esei, tetapi dia akan saya nak tutup benda ni sangat bising. I'm going to switch this off. Okay then. Okay, now let's take a look at this is not just the rangka, but this is the descriptive tools yang you boleh gunakan dalam mana-mana essay sahaja. Tapi the first few, teacher bagi yang basic ni. Okay, now let's take a look at this one onwards. Stroll along the endless paddy field. Kadang-kadang bila kita buat essay, kita cakap kita balik kampung. Okay, kita cakap kita balik kampung. Let's say Ahmad went back to his hometown in Kedah and he is very happy to walk around. Not so detail kan? Tak seberapa detail. Jadi macam mana kita nak jadi lagi best? Kalau kita nak jadi lagi best, kita cerita yang Ahmad stroll along the endless paddy field. Dia bersia-sia di halaman padi, sawah padi. Okay? Next adalah, it was a picture perfect scene. You're talking about the scene. Apa yang you nampak. Seterusnya, you talk about reflection of hearts. Varnish onto lake's glassy surface. Reflection ni adalah bayangan pondok. You cerita, bayangan pondok dicantik, dicantik pula. Dicetak di atas lake. Okay, on top of your lake. Bila you dapat reflection kan, lake tu menjadi cermin. Bila lake tu menjadi cermin, tasik tu menjadi cermin. Tasik tu mencerminkan kecantikan pondok-pondok di kampung. Kemudian kita ada next one. Chicken packs the wafer brown soil. Ayam-ayam makan ataupun ayam-ayam mematuk. You know, have you seen chicken patuk tanah? Okay, if you see chicken patuk tanah, that is how you describe it. Chicken packs the wafer brown soil. Bukannya ada wafer kat atas tanah tu. Tapi you nak bagi tahu soil tu warna dia sama dengan wafer. Kan wafer warna dia brown-brown macam warna tanah sikit kan. So itu yang teacher nak bagi tahu dekat sini. Moving on, you can say the canopy of stars. Actually stars, ni bukan stars, buang T, kita silap. The canopy of stars scattered like fairy dust in the sky. You nak cakap awal-awal dekat dalam essay you nak bagi essay you jadi lagi power. Tak kisahlah awal ke tengah ke mana-mana you boleh letak. Macam penggunaan idiom juga. You want to make it nice. You say that you are hanging out you're hanging out with your cousins in your hometown. Okay? You're hanging out, just chilling, doing nothing. And you can see the canopy of stars scattered like fairy dust in the sky. Macam lagu-lagu Twinkle Little Star. Detail tak lagu Twinkle Little Star tu? Detail kan? Dia bagi tahu apa yang you nampak. Very detail. Lagu banyak nursery rhyme pun is very detail. So you do the same thing dalam your essay. Next adalah to talk about food. Dazzle our taste buds with light crispy bakes and delicious melt in your mouth cookies. My mother cooked delicious cuisine for Hari Raya. She dazzled our taste buds with light crispy bakes and delicious melt in your mouth cookies. Setelan Teacher Ayu. Ini adalah cara you nak cerita. Ya, your mother cooked for you and you want to describe apa yang mak you masak tu rasa dia macam mana. And that's how you do. Next adalah I can feel, I can smell the aroma of sweet baking which adds a warm touch in my heart. Aroma yang sedap. You tahu tak bila you masuk je rumah you balik sekolah, you letak beg mak you masak, you bau masakan mak you tu sedap. You can smell the deliciousness of your mother's cooking. Do you feel like your heart is getting warmer? It gets happier. Macam sedap ni mama masak makanan aku. Tak bau pun rasa sedap kan? Ingat pun dah rasa sedap. Apatah lagi bila you bagi orang baca, baik orang you bagi pemeriksa baca karangan you, cikgu you baca karangan you, ada perkataan-perkataan yang you cakap macam ni dalam essay. Okay? Kemudian kita ada the sound of children ataupun children laughing. I love Hari Raya because that is the time I can hear the sound of children laughing in our backyard, dekat belakang rumah. Budak-budak gelak. Siapa budak-budak tu? Kita lah. Teacher rasa budak-budak cakap. Kita lah kan? Bukan dengan cousin you. That is what will make you happy. Hari Raya kan? Bagi suasana tu, bagi orang nampak suasana tu. Next adalah sizzling of rendang reheated, creating a memorable festive ambience. Sizzling rendang. Okay, apa maksud dia? Reheated. Bila mak you, raya pertama mak you dah masak raya pertama. Raya kedua, mak you panaskan rendang. Ada bau lain tak kat rumah you? Dia bau raya kan? You bangun-bangun pun bau raya kan? Kenalah cerita bau raya. Kita buat karangan Hari Raya. When we do karangan Hari Raya, tak kisahlah raya ke Chinese New Year ke, kena cerita apa yang kita rasa dalam. Kita kena bawa orang masuk. Apa apa yang kita rasa. Okay, what is ambience? Good question, Maria. Ambience means your surrounding, suasana. Okay, now you say that sizzling of rendang heat creating a memorable festive ambience. Membawa, menjadikan suasana hari raya. Macam lagu hari raya, suasana hari raya. Tu yang lagu dia, ke salah lirik? Macam salah lirik je kan? Okay, now rice cubes incorporated with rendang fed with hands. Bila you makan, you ambil rice cube tu, lepas tu you ambil calik sikit rendang. Itu pun boleh cerita tau. Itu pun ada cara dia untuk cerita. You have ways to talk about that. Okay? And crescent moon stares brightly. Crescent moon adalah bulan. Bulan sabit. Now, when you talk about bulan sabit, kenapa bulan sabit? Sebab hari raya. Kalau hari raya memang bulan, rupa dia sedemikian. Itu macam tema dia. Okay, now when you talk about the crescent moon stares brightly, moon tu betul-betul ke pandang you? Moon tu pandang you, pandang Alia. Pandang Alia, stares lama-lama lah ke Alia macam ni. It doesn't stares brightly at you, tapi itu metafora ataupun perumpamaan, bukan perumpamaan lah, dalam katanya untuk menggunakan ayat yang lebih berbunga-bunga. Okay? That's how you put it. Now, let's take a look at the next one. Crescent moon stares brightly. Tak nak buat benda tu semua tak apa. Tak boleh nak fikir. Teacher saya tak boleh nak fikir apa yang boleh bau, apa yang boleh nampak, apa yang kita boleh rasa. Tu semua macam mana teacher kita nak letak? Okay, nah, teacher pergi balik kat sini ya. Pergi balik. Mana kek tadi? Okay, nah. Macam mana nak put icing on the cake? Senang saja. First, kita gunakan 5 senses yang ada. Ingat ini adalah essay untuk experience ataupun story. Kita gunakan 5 senses yang kita ada. Apa senses, 5 senses that we have? We have the sense of sight, nampak. We have the sense of hearing, mendengar. Kita ada sense of taste. Kita ada sense of touch. Kita ada sense of satu lagi. Smell. Hear dah. Smell. Okay, 5. So 5 senses all together. Now, lagi satu teacher nak tambah. 5 senses plus 1. Lagi satu, emosi. Another one is your emotion. And that is how you put an icing on your cake. Good, that is how you put your icing on the cake. Clear? Lepas ni dah tahu dah macam mana nak powerkan essay you? Sebab semua dalam ni dah tahu nak buat essay kan? Everybody knows how to write an essay. Jadi you balik rumah nanti, kalau you tak jumpa teacher Mariam lagi dah, don't worry. You ambil je semua yang ada ni, you gunakan dalam essay you sikit-sikit. Mungkin dalam satu perenggan tu, you cakap satu keadaan yang melibatkan senses yang ada. Ini nota ni diberikan kepada you. You dapat nota ni, so you boleh download dalam app. Siapa yang tak download, boleh download selepas ni. And another thing that I want to share with you is your idioms. Idioms, teacher tak perlu nak explain further macam mana you nak boleh gunakan. You boleh just masukkan. You tukar perkataan-perkataan yang basic, you can put it in there. Instead of saying that my uncle is a funny person. Hari raya kan, ada mesti jumpa pakcik yang lawak, yang nak bagi duit raya pun dia macam dia tak nak bagi, dia nak suruh ditarik juga daripada dia. So you akan gelak, you akan happy. Now, let's take a look at the first one. Uncle, let's say lah, Uncle Samir. Uncle Samir is such a funny person. Tak naklah cakap Uncle Samir is such a funny person. Kita tukar. Kita cakap Uncle Samir is such a barrel of love. Uncle Samir is a barrel of love. Maknanya dia orang yang kelakar, boleh buat you gelak. Okay? Now, that's how I want you to put it. You tukar. Okay, next adalah with bells on. I went back to my hometown with bells on. With excitement. Saya balik ke kampung dengan kegembiraan. Bosan tak cakap macam tu? Tak bosan lah, tapi semua orang dah pakai kan? Tukar lagi. Tukar sikit lagi. Tukar. I went back to hometown with bells on. If you go somewhere with bells on, you are delighted and eager to go there. Tukar. My cousins and I were there with bells on. Okay, my cousins and I were there with bells on. Kenapa balik kampung? Excited. Next adalah blow away the cobwebs. Sarang semut pula. Bukan sarang semut. Sarang spider webs. Okay. Now, when you talk about blow away the cobwebs, if something blows away the cobweb, it means that it makes you feel more lively and refreshes your idea. Dah 3 hari tetu duduk dekat rumah nenek. Dah tak tahu nak buat apa. Ajak cousin-cousin you keluar pergi sawah padi. Macam nak cakap, it was time to be out and about. A walk on the paddy field will blow away the cobwebs. Maknanya untuk akan refreshkan your mind. Daripada you nak cakap it will refresh our mind, but you cakap it will blow away all of the cobwebs. Okay? Any questions so far? Yang lain ni teacher bagi nota untuk you. You boleh gunakan bila-bila masa yang you nak guna. Kalau you ada soalan yang you tak faham, you boleh tanya teacher. Okay, ada soalan sekarang. Miss, kalau sebelum idiom kita cakap as the saying goes, boleh tak? Boleh, tapi lebih bagus you tukarkan. Idiom perumpamaan you senang tukarkan. Very senang tukarkan perkataan dia, okay? Okay, and that is all from me today. Unfortunately, we have come to an end of the lesson. I understand that many of you would want to know more about things. Unfortunately, I have to end the lesson already. So remember, hari ni kita belajar. First and foremost, you kena ada rangka. Macam mana nak buat rangka. Kena ada introduction, content dengan ending. Number 2, you have to put your essay ikut keutamaan dia. Maknanya content you yang kena paling mengancam sekali. Content you yang kena paling ada banyak detail. Number 3, you kena letak, lepas dah buat rangka karangan, lepas dah letak content yang baik, you kena kembangkan dengan idea-idea yang cantik, berbunga-bunga bila you ceritakan experience you. Macam mana nak gunakan descriptive tools dan juga idioms. And that is all from me today. I hope to see you guys soon whenever I see you again. I hope you understand now how to do this. And I would like to wish all of my Muslim students Selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri, and to all of my non-Muslim students, happy holidays. Okay? Take a good care of yourself. And if you have any question, you can reach me out on my Instagram. Kalau tidak ada masa, I will read it and reply. If not, you can just feel free to reach me out at Mariam Khan on Instagram. Okay, that's how you spell it. So that is all from me today. Take a good care of yourself. Virtual hugs. Selamat Hari Raya. I would like to apologize if I've said, done, or harm you in any situation or any unintentional situation. Please forgive me. Take a good care of yourself. It was nice and great meeting all of you. Take care. Bye.